Hello, coworkers. Happy Tuesday to you all. Hope your weeks are going well. Let's see if my chat box works on my right side here. I might have to test some stuff out here. Hi, Medic. Hi, Emerald. Yeah, no worries on the lurking. Go take care of your IRL stuff. Make sure you're grabbing your drinks and eating your dinners, whatever you need to do at this time. Like, as usual, I had my dinner a bit earlier before the stream. And I also managed to grab a shower as well, but I don't know, like, are you a morning shower person or a night shower person? I'm a night shower person. The problem is, every time I take a shower, I always feel so sleepy after. Maybe it's because of all the muscles relaxing. Maybe that's why it's like I always feel a little sleepier after getting a shower in the evening. I know a lot of people, they like to take morning showers because it wakes them up. And before they get ready for their workday or school or whatever they're doing. But I find it's the opposite effect for me. Maybe it's the difference between a cold shower and a hot shower. I never found it to be, you know, to wake me up in the mornings. I find it does the opposite effect. It just makes me feel really sleepy, like I just need to go back to bed. But speaking of which, it's kind of like with onsen as well. Maybe it is all about the hot water. Because I think about onsens, the ones I've been to, I've always gone to them either during the day or evening, but I always felt so sleepy after. Or maybe it's because I'm eating a bunch of food before and after taking a bath in the onsens. Which, like, on my last trip to Japan, I had some ramen, and then I had like some beer, a glass of beer as well, which before I went into the onsen after dinner, and that was like a bit of a mistake, I won't lie. I won't lie, the beer kind of made my whole body heat up, and then along with taking a hot bath after, my whole body just felt hot. Didn't really help that this was, you know, during the summer as well, so not a planned out combination. Not a well planned out one. Ishana doesn't seem want to do cold showers. They wish you did. So hot, you want to do colder showers? Yeah, the colder showers are refreshing in the summer. But even in the summer, I still just love my hot showers. I'm losing sleep too. Maybe help me feel better. Oh. The hot shower or the cold shower? I guess if you're already too hot, maybe the cold shower will cool you down to help you sleep. I know at night I prefer sleeping in the cooler room, which is like, yes, the hot showers and then the cool room and cool bed to sleep in. That is a comfy combo right there. But yeah, if you ever go to onsen, if you ever decide to go to one in the summer, yeah, it does get really hot. Try not to be like me, eating a bowl of hot ramen, drinking beer, and then going to a hot bath in the summer. I really wanted to do it though. I do not regret it. It was everything was very tasty. It was a good experience, but I do not recommend doing it in that order. If you want to actually like not feel absolutely boiling after from doing so. But yeah, so today's game we're gonna take a look at is Starcult-Night Twisted Age. So this is an early demo. I think there's gonna be like a more fuller demo that comes out later, but I had the pleasure of Not a Cat Studios, the developers, reaching out to me to try out this game, and I thought it'd be pretty interesting. Okay, there's no other, there's just options exit. So that'd be a pretty interesting experience to go through. It's kind of funny too, because around the time they reached out, because I was gearing up for Lover's Enigma, right? And Lover's Enigma is all about the mystery around our husband's death. Who, you know, we think is a murder, and then a bunch of like little horror elements that's happening. And in Starcult 2, apparently there was going to be some kind of murder happening, perhaps also involving a husband of some sorts, with some horror elements. I'm like, you know what? Sign me up. Who's to say no to more murders and more dead husbands, I suppose. But Otome horror mystery will always have my heart. I was curious, have you done the current event in Twist? Oh, the battle ones? No, to be honest, I'm so bad. I am a poor NRC student. I haven't really been logging in much this week, and I haven't been doing the battle maps. I've done it last time. Like, I have cleared the entire map before for Crowley's battle drills, and I found it really underwhelming. So I might just go in to do the rewards. But when there's no sort of story, I'm not very incentivized to finish it. So I didn't really go through. I haven't really played it this time. I just got Birthday Bloom Deuce on my second free 10 pull. Ooh, lucky! Congrats! Oh, I keep forgetting about Deuce's birthday missions. Oh, I am slacking hard. Also, I need to take care of our IRL stuff. Yeah, no worries, Emerald. I'm at book 7. Don't you run and finish it. Yeah, do it for the rewards. Because I was curious and I did a whole map until the very end to see if there was anything special, and honestly, there isn't. There isn't like, hurrah, you finished, like, you're the best little blurb or little story or anything. No, you just finish the map, you get the rewards, and that's it. So, play to the extent of the rewards that you want to get, but note that there isn't any special dialogue or blurb for completing the whole thing. Nothing that was worth the effort it would take to get there, to be honest. Also, I believe it was your birthday, Emerald, that just passed, right? I don't remember if I said happy belated birthday. I'm pretty sure I have said happy early birthday, but anyways, happy birthday again. I like forgetting. Free perfumes. Yeah, free perfumes are definitely... Those items are definitely more rare, so it would be worth it to get those. But aside from that, it takes a lot of work to get through the battle maps, I won't lie. Plus, like, I'm not, like, huge on the battle maps anyways. I'm not really big into, you know, all the grinding and leveling in games in general. I only do so for the story. So to me, I'm like really kind of indifferent. But I am going to go into the new game here. Let's see. So we have, we're in the tutorial stage here. So this game is going to have some visual novel elements, from what I know, and some investigation. I'll click to continue. I also have been enjoying the soundtrack at the menu screen there. It does set the vibe, I'd say. Silviya's thoughts. 2 months ago, Hans Nebula, the young head of the Nebula House, asked for my hand. How could I refuse him, the young head of the Nebula House? The marriage was planned without hesitation. It was a huge celebration, a ball on the Nebula estate. Okay. Many people I didn't know yet. I think this is like, the setting is kind of in space. No, either in space or in the stars. Waltzing, laughing. Enjoying each other's company. Chatting over a glass of good wine. And celebrating the union of 2 families. Hans was a good dancer, as a true noble must be. That's Hans? I like Hans's pink shirt, plus very open V-neck. Maybe, you know, that's... Since this is a noble setting, but not in, like... I want to say, like, not like Victorian or Tudorian or the, like, older or, like, medieval European setting. It seems like they are more ahead, I guess. Avant-garde with their fashion. I do like Silviya's outfit though, but I'm biased for purple, so you know. I was over the stars with happiness, but I couldn't shake the feeling that he seemed nervous. Suddenly he leaned over and whispered in her ear. I have a gift for you. Something special. Is it a good gift? Can we trust a man named Hans? Don't worry, I'll explain how to use it. The orchestra played their final chord and the dance ended. Hans strode to the middle of the ballroom. But yeah, he's got like I would say like almost like it's like not quite a tunic, not quite a cloak. But I love that he can just kind of strut out in the outfit. It feels less, you know, like medieval Victorian and more so like fashion gala, I would say. It's giving fashion gala. Dear guests, it brings me joy to see you all here. As you know, today we're celebrating my marriage to Lady Silviya. The crowd erupted into applause. What good is a wedding without a gift? He turned to Silviya with a necklace and carefully fastened it around her neck. To her surprise, the jewelry wasn't a beautiful piece of art. In fact, it was a heavy, spiky collar. Yikes, okay. That does not sound very good so far. Don't be upset, darling. This is only the first part of my gift. Hans clapped once, and the guards appeared with a man between them. Oh, maybe this is like a kinky thing. Maybe Hans is just into like spiked collars and blindfolds. At first glance, it was merely a commoner, but then a strange feeling washed over her. His eyes were blindfolded, and his arms were tied behind his back. You're giving me a prisoner? The unknown commoner raised his head at the sound of her voice. He looked, no, rather felt familiar, but she couldn't recognize him yet. All she could do was stare. Oh, Hans, you shouldn't have. This bondage collar and a prisoner? Ooh. I don't know, is this how they do it in the world? Is that just what nobles do? Welcome back, medic. We got introduced to Silviya, who is now married to Hans, the guy in the pink shirt, and Hans just gave her a gift, which was a spiked collar. And now this guy is also part of the gift, apparently. I've been here, at least maybe I don't know. Yeah. Oh, did I say the wrong name? I said that. Welcome back, Emerald. A familiar whisper broke her trance. He's not exactly a prisoner, my dear. More of a toy. Soon I'll show you how best to use him. Oh god. Is this a rich people thing that I'm just like not aware of? The prisoner gave her a crooked smile. That voice. I know you. Lady Silviya, is it you? I've been looking for you for so long, Silviya. It's me, Balthazar. We need to talk. The crowd started to whisper. Hans' smile curled into a sneer of disgust. Silence. Don't you dare speak without a noble's permission. Yeah, I don't know how I feel with Hans so far. You know, the last guy that was like named Hans, that was like of some sort of nobility. He kind of, you know, tried to kill us. Take him to the cellar and teach him some manners while you're down there. The guards nodded and started to drag the prisoner away. The whole world is in danger. You must listen. Can't you hear me, Silviya? How could he know my name? Am I already famous as Hans' wife? Who's that man, my love? He tried to turn the commoners against noble rule. Eventually, the townsfolk reported him. He was due to be executed, but I brought him for you. You may use him as a model for your paintings, or as a slave to serve you with hard labor. Essentially, you can use him for anything you can imagine. Why does this music kind of remind me of that Jester's route from the other game we played? Oh yeah, please don't eat the cashier. Yeah, I have already forgotten his name, but I remember the Jester guy, the Mad King, as he referred to himself. It's like, I'm sure I'll recall it at some point. It just slips my mind at this moment. Hans doesn't, I don't know. Hans doesn't seem like the greatest guy right now, but maybe that's just how nobles are. He doesn't look obedient. How could I control him? With your necklace, of course. You see, all commoners are tied to their own piece of art. Often a piece of jewelry or a statuette, but sometimes something more unusual. You just need to discover what object they are tied to and then own it. So that is how our reign persists. I see. The ball continued late into the Alpha night. You had to find a ball. It ends at E and O. Oh yeah. And we both got surprises about happy end. It was surprisingly ended up more wholesome than we expected for that game. Hans became tired of his guests' attention and masterfully slipped away from the crowd. He always seemed so tired after official meetings, even his own marriage celebration. I worry for him, but I also can't stop thinking about that prisoner. Does he really know something, or were they just the lies of a desperate man? Silviya's choices can affect her relationships with the people around her. Okay. You can use the save feature in the menu to explore the story's different paths at your own pace. Let's take a look. I'm gonna save. I want to save there. Go archive. Okay. Okay, so we have like a little branching routes, because I think this game did emphasize like different branching choices, the whole choices matter thing. And there should be another mechanic that will come into play. What should I do? Go to Hans or find Balthasar? Talk to the prisoner dude or our dearly beloved husband. That's wrong. It's Dayron, the jester. Oh, okay. Dayron. Not exactly a common name, but right. Okay. What should I do? You know what? I'm not too keen on Hans right now. I mean, like, he kind of seems he's not like he's an asshole, but he's not exactly a great person. I'm curious about the prisoner. Let's go find Balthasar. Hans will be fine left alone with his thoughts. He's used to it after all. But as for that prisoner, who knows how long he'll stay alive if he keeps courting trouble. I still can't remember who he is, but it seems he knows something important about me. I must talk to him before it's too late. She made her way through the crowded ballroom, then crept down the estate's long corridors until she found the cellar stairs. A dim, damp stone passageway led her to a long row of cells. They housed prisoners in the past, but nowadays they were used for wine barrels, cheese wheels, and other wonderful delicacies. Great. Just turning the dungeon into your pantry. The prisoner must be in one of them, but which one? Soon a dim gaslight allowed her to see two figures at the end of the stone corridor. Guards. They might have some questions. I'll have to use my persuasion skills. Halt! Who's there? Oh, it's you, milady. Good evening. What brings you here on such a special occasion? I must see the prisoner. His words in the ballroom disturbed me, and I want him to explain himself. Very well, my lady. He might be dangerous, so stay close to us. And don't come too close to the grate. Of course. You're a brave one, Silviya. Coming here in spite of the warnings. Oh, they took his blindfold off. Your relationship with Balthazar increased. You can check the status of each relationship in sketchbook relationships. Oh, okay. Okay, sketchbook. Oh, relationship. We have Hans. This feature's not ready yet. Mysterious prisoner. Balthazar the Luminous. What the title? Or Hans Nebula. Then we are Silviya Nebula. Okay, we got a couple of characters, I guess, though we'll see in the future. Glossary. What the Nebula family is one of the most powerful noble families in town. Silviya's husband Hans was the head of the family, but now that role belongs to his mother, Vivian Nebula. Okay. Then we have nobles, of course, you know, and then we have the commoners, majority of country's population. Alpha Night is the best time for stargazing. We're in some sort of nebula space setting. Work in progress. Noted. How do you know my name? Have we met? Before I answer your question, I ask you to answer one of mine. How do you feel about your husband? You can define Silviya's relationship with her husband with your next choice. I don't know this guy. I have a deal with him. I love him, or I am scared of him. I have no clue what Hans is like. I've seen 5 seconds of him. I would say I have a deal with him. I don't think she loves him. Doesn't seem like it, nor she's scared of him. I'm gonna say I have a deal with him. Hans is my partner in a deal, that is all. So it's just a deal, Of course. And you have no feelings for him? I don't know yet. I don't care about him. I won't tell you that. I have no interest in sharing the finer details of our deal with you, whoever you are. Even though you are a very handsome, long-haired, six-pack prisoner, I can't just spill the entire beans to you. Very wise. If you are satisfied with my answer, I'm still waiting for your answer to my question. Oh yes, your question. We met, but in another life. Well, I guess he's just crazy, but still, he feels familiar to me somehow. Really? And what were we doing in that previous life? Were we both nobles? Or maybe we were gods? Yes, exactly. God. You could call us that. He's definitely delusional. At least he doesn't seem aggressive, so let's see where this goes. And what were we doing as gods? Ruling mortals? Enjoying endless feasts and pleasure? No, not at all. We were hiding. He's definitely crazy, but why does it feel like there's a strange truth to his words? I'm sweating in spite of the chill stone walls. I just can't stop myself asking for more. Hiding? From whom? He waited for Silviya to come closer to the cell door. I don't know. Should we really approach him? She was so intrigued that she leaned in without hesitation. Whispers from the black holes. Oh, yes. A wave of agony flashed through her head. The black holes? Why does it sound so familiar? Did I see something like this in a dream? I mean, it sounds ominous enough, right? It's like, oh my god. The party that's after us, hunting us down. The black holes. I used my remaining thankful key to pull for Crowley. Oh, he didn't come home to you. Shame on him, Crowley. Where is he when you actually need him? I hope he'll come home at some point for you if you do try to keep pulling for him. Just drag him by his coat. Clutching her head in pain, she stumbled away from the door and fell to her knees. Her vision dimmed. She was close to fainting. And where does this terrible fear come from? She closed her eyes in an attempt to calm down and reclaim control of her body. You filthy bastard! What have you done to my lady? I gave her a pinch of truth and nothing more. Well, I'll show you the truth. Come here. She heard the sound of the cage door creaking open. And then ruthless blows landing on flesh, swearing from the guards and muffled moans of pain. Can you walk, my lady? May I help you reach your bedroom? She opened her eyes and felt a little better. It's fine, I can go alone. Please don't worry. Are you sure? She didn't answer, but just pushed his hand away and walked briskly back to the cellar stairs. All the way to her bedroom, she tried her best to calm down. But even after reaching her sanctuary of safety and closing the door behind her, her hands were shaking. She took some pills in hopes of soothing her racing mind and didn't bother to undress before collapsing onto the bed. Where's your husband, Hans? I thought he'd be like in a bedroom, or maybe he's in a different room. I wonder, will Hans join me soon, or will he work until Beta Day this time? She waited for him, counting her breaths and feeling her heartbeat slightly slow. When she gave into sleep, he had still not appeared. Okay. Where'd he go? I only need him to complete Cruel Dual Magic. Oh, yeah, that sucks. It's like a very specific... You can only really buddy up the teachers with each other. Yeah, I did pull for him. Intrusive dog was like fighting Ambrose and making Crowley take care of us. Too funny. Oh, he took you 50 pulls and it's a real spook. Oh no. Ooh, Crowley. I know he was very hit or miss for people the first time his banner came around. Some people managed to pull for him, other people just like got just wiped. So I feel like I got him JP but not Ian. I actually don't remember, or maybe I do have him. I have to check my game. I'll always forget which account I have him in or not. If I'm gonna get spooked, can it please be a new dorm card? I feel that I'm still missing, like, Eppel's SSR for his dorm card, and like, Dysomnia's. She opened her eyes and saw a ton of stars around her. She focused her sleepy sight and saw a human figure among them. So you eventually come to know more. I can sate your thirst, but first let's train you. As an artist, your percept world hits differently, or you percept a world differently, deeper than others. You have a bright associative imagination, so imagine your emotions as paint colors. And before drawing, paints must be placed on a palette. Are you listening, Silviya? Yes, sure. Good. Joy represents the yellow color, anger with red, fear with purple, and sadness with blue. Yours purple. Okay. It is basic emotions, which you will get throughout your journey. With them, you can change the outcome of dialogue choices. Okay. Beware, you can only change dialogue options marked with an eye socket. Okay, so you kind of change the dialogue option depending on the emotions that you go through. But not boring theory, let's have some fun. Ask me something by using emotions. Okay, so this is the game's like emotion mechanic. Ask about his past, about his plans. So if I... Oh. What were our relationships? If I want to ask the joy. You're lying, but your celestial background for anger. Purple, fear, it must be horrible to hide externally. Or blue, how long you was looking for me. Get a little grammatical. For how long were you looking for me? I'm gonna ask Joy. What were our relationship? What? Ooh, jumping into the spicy one, aren't you? No, I'm just asking, what were we? It doesn't have to be a spicy relationship. Just what were we? Though the lip bite is kind of funny. I'm like, she's just like biting her lip. So what? What are we? What were we? It was bright and passionate. Can you recall that, Silviya? Don't worry, we will have a chance to restore your lost memories. But for now, do you want me to ask me something else? Yeah, that's more. Or are you plotting? I get along with you. Are you going to die soon? You're so alone in yourself. I'm gonna ask, let's see, with anger, what are you plotting? Yes, interrogate me. Oh, Balthazar's stars on his body is glowing. Oh yeah, true. I don't think I saw them before when he was first brought in. But let me answer to you in role. Ahem. Me? Plotting? No way, Silviya. I'm just a poor prisoner who was giving you as a marriage gift. Soon I will prove I can be useful. Besides that, do you want to know me more? Nah, I'm fine. One try is enough for me. As you wish, Silviya. Interesting. At that moment, her conversation partner transformed into something unexplainable and eldritch. What's going on? What is this thing? Your relationship with Unknown increased. What? Well, hello there, Unknown. I'm glad we could be acquainted wherever it is that you are. Silviya can gain understanding of the true nature of the world and herself personally. Okay. Balthazar is good at acting during the emotion color tutorial. He seems like he's a fun guy. It's like he seems to kind of go with the flow a bit. I wonder what his whole deal is. This happens by building a relationship with the Unknown. Suddenly a far voice called her name. Lady Silviya. Who's calling me? What's going on? Oh wait, was it just a dream? She was laid with her eyes He was laid with eye closed for quite some time, returning to the reality. Lady Silviya! Your husband, Hans, is... That was a horrible beginning of Beta Day. Or Beta? Beta Day? What's Beta Day? During Beta Day, the radiation level is low enough to go outside and enjoy the warm red light. The sky takes on a red hue and red particles float in the air. Okay. Oh. Okay. No one knew how or why, but Hans was dead. Well, Hans did not last very long. My maiden, Cassiopeia, our butler, Gilbert, and I tried to save Hans' life, but his wounds were fatal. I'm like, his face is like half gone. I think that's a fatal wound. The wounds were caused not by man, but by beasts. I spoke to all the estate's residents, desperate for any clues. Yeah, it looked like one of his eyes just kind of got left on the floor there, but half his face is literally... I don't think his face, half his head is gone. No one could explain to me how such a feral creature could break into such a well-guarded place. You can define Silvia's relationship with her husband with your next choice. Oh, okay. My dear Hans. Do I really care about you? I can't imagine my life without you, or you were always busy. We barely talked. Even in this painting, you're sitting with your papers. Just you with your contracts, me and my palettes, and our big dog, creature, pet. With our fluffy pet. Smiling not at me, but at your own thoughts. Even if in this painting you're wearing the same outfit, yeah, I'm like, maybe that's his favorite pink shirt. Maybe he just really loves that shirt. Your relationship with Hans decreased. Can it even increase at this point when he's dead? Presumably. Unless? But I'm no different from you, Hans. I, as an artist, painted this picture while posing for it after all. I wouldn't trust anyone else to paint us. You gain some sadness. +1 sadness. Silviya placed a hand on her husband's portrait. Don't worry, Han. I'll find out what really happened to you. Suddenly, footsteps approached. Oh, Silviya! Couldn't you sleep either? I don't blame you. My heart still refuses to slow. But don't worry, that police officer will be here before long. Cassiopeia, that's her name. I like the ribbons in her hair. I like her hair design. I think she's got a lot of ribbons going on in general. It almost looks like she's wearing like a big gold medal. I like the big old ribbon. I heard he's handsome. So, tell me, what are my chances? Make her see reason, tease her. What's the blue answer? Flirt with her? Okay, so we could flirt with her, or we could tease her, or maybe change the subject. We can just tease her. I don't need to change the subject. We'll tease her about it. To get pearls or beads is a common hair decor accessory. I guess maybe they just like to have their own flair and style. Because I'm surprised that, like, Cassiopeia is her maid, I guess. But she's pretty fancy even for a maid. Assuming she is one. because she was referred to as a maiden. So I'm like, okay, so she's a maid, but like she's just as fancy as Silviya, who's like an actual noble. Got all those pearls in her hair. Tease her. I'll just tease her. You're looking for trouble again. Have you already forgotten how your last affair ended? Oh, I see you're jealous of me. Have you already set your sights on him, Silviya? With Hans only just... Me? Wherever did you get that idea? For the sake of the eclipse. I only invited him here because of the murder investigation. I know. Just trying to lighten the mood, my lady. And your secret is safe with me. But you better get ready to meet your detective. Winks. Maid was also used for older women. Or older unmarried women. Yeah, it seems like she's got... I feel like she's gotta be some type of, like a retainer, or... I'm gonna assume she's a maid for now. Cassiopeia globula, my maiden. Wherever, or I guess maiden. In this case, what she's called. She is either such an annoying person or my best friend. I see a lot of stars or night sky references. Yeah, because I think the setting is they're like in space or some sort of like cosmic setting, because they talk a lot about the nebulas and the stars and such. So we're in this kind of space cosmic world, I guess is the best way to describe it. I'm gonna say she's my bestie. Since we first met, we have been closely aligned. Your relationship with Cassiopeia will increase. Alright. We are gonna be besties. He really knows how to help me fight my anxiety. You gain some joy, +1. Aww. She'll be able to gain emotions during her conversations with other characters. Okay. Someone knocked on the door. After a brief pause, the butler entered the room. He bowed respectfully before speaking. Well, hello there, butler sir. I will also bow and look respectfully. My Lady Nebula, Detective Shard has arrived. Can I get together with the butler? Is he a marriage option? Or I mean a love interest option? Please show him to the drawing room, Gilbert. At once, my lady. I won't distract you any further then. I'm sure you'll appreciate some privacy. Besides, I must prepare for my own plans for this evening. Winks. What? To get together with the cop? What is she plotting? Alone with her thoughts at last, Silviya left the bedroom. That's kind of funny though. Can you imagine just like going up to your employer being like, hey girlie, you okay? I know your husband's dead, but don't worry, there's gonna be like a hot officer there, and if you're not gonna take him, you know, I'll take him if you're cool with that, right? Okay. I mean, I heard he's kind of hot. If you cool, we cool. I'm gonna go hit on the detective or cop or officer now. Bye. Narrow corridors led her through the house. She hated the long, windowless corridors. There's something eerie about them. Finally, she reached the drawing room. Oh, you're doing child tartagular moment when he said girly. Hey, girly. Oh my god, it's been a while. Funny enough, I've met the voice actor for Child a couple of times now, actually. I've seen him at like several different conventions, and he's such a funny person to talk to. He truly enjoys his role as like Tartaglia. He kind of just like really runs with that and just like fully embraces being Tartaglia's last child. He also like signed Little Bean, one of Little Bean's art prints. I think it literally does say like girly on it. Hey girly. Alright, Silviya, get your thoughts together. You need this detective's help, even if he is a commoner. Tell him what he needs to know, and then we'll see what happens. Good afternoon, milady Nebula. Please accept my condolences for your terrible loss. That's a detective guy. He, with his, like, top hat. He kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you ever played, the Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward. There's a character named Dio in that game. Except Dio was an absolute dick, but I mean, so I don't think detective guy here is necessarily the same personality as Dio. Just the hat and the long blonde hair. Thank you. Detective Matthew Shard is at your service, milady. Even he is a commoner. Maybe she's not those different from Hans. Yeah, clearly she is like, she doesn't seem to be shocked at Hans's behavior or the fact that she received a prisoner as a wedding gift. Like, she was not, like, it didn't seem like she was appalled at the idea of receiving one. She was just more so wondering why this prisoner acted like he knew her, more than the fact that she was literally getting a slave as a gift. So I guess part of the noble upbringing, it's just like commoners are just second-class citizens to them. I really want to go to conventions, but not all the conventions are near. Yeah, the only thing that's possible is either Kissimmee or Orlando. Yeah, it's kind of hard sometimes to find cons that are, or like conventions that are in the area. I've always really wanted to go to some of the really big US ones, like Anime Expo, for example, because there's always like such cool artists there, so many events, so many like industry people at Anime Expo. But then I see what Anime Expo looks like and I'm like, oh my god, that place is packed. There's so many people there. And I'm like, if I ever went, I would have to, like, it would cost me so much to get, like, plane tickets, and then a hotel, and then get the badge for, what, like 4 days of the event. Plus, it's so packed and so busy, I would have to really be selective of the panels I go to, because you're gonna have to wait in line for the panels and stuff, so... That's like the downside for very big conventions. You're gonna end up in a lot more lines and a lot of waiting, hoping you'll be able to like get in to see who you want, or even for autographs too. Like for me, trying to get Jung Lee's his voice actor, Keith Silverstein, like it took me so much, like so many hours to try and get this guy's autographs. I lined up, it took me like 3 attempts to line up for his autograph panel to actually get something, and I'm like, oh my god, that's probably the longest I will ever wait for an autograph signature. So I'm like, I can only imagine how intense it would be for the really big major cons. Silviya held out her hand, and Matthew kissed it. You meet Matthew. Okay, that's a little note there. You may call me Matthew, if you wish. She smiled at him. It was a smile she had cultivated over the years. A customer service smile. It's okay, I feel like I have that too. My customer service smile, but to be honest, I'm really bad at smiling in general. So it probably just looks so stiff. Welcome to the Nebula Estate, Matthew. Please, won't you take a seat? Indeed, he's handsome. Cassiopeia wasn't kidding. Lady Nebula, I appreciate your hospitality. Oh, I just realized, Matthew's hands are like slightly blue, or like, I'm like, are they mechanical? It almost like looks like he's got like a little ball joints, little like mechanical fingers. Basically curious on whether perhaps is like, is he still human? Maybe it's just like a little augmentation, or what? Let's get started. I have a few questions for you. Wait, is he suspecting me? Oh my dear stars, I hired him for a different reason. Silviya nods slightly with a polite smile. It's like, excuse you, I hired you to find my husband's murderer? You accuse me? Moi? And the interrogation continued until beta night, which is yellow sky all shrouded in fog. The stars are not usually visible and yellow particles float in the air. Okay, so this is how you guys tell what time of night or day, perhaps, it's happening. I guess in space, you don't really have a night or day if everything is just kind of pitch black. That's his condition. Yeah, I was like, oh, maybe he's got mechanical joints, or yeah, maybe it could be some sort of space illness or condition that he has. And my last question for today. Do you suspect anyone, milady? Ooh, do I? Impress him. Flatter him. Ask for legal protection. Brag about my wedding gift. Oh, you know, forget my husband's murder. Have you seen the gift he gave me? What a handsome prisoner. I can't wait to put him to work. Flex on the fact that you've got like a slave. Share my sorrow. I could tell him about the prisoner. Or share a suspicion. Are we suspicious of anyone? I don't think so. Flatter him. Ask for legal protection. I don't know. Do we suspect anyone? Tell him about the prisoner. Share suspicion. I can tell him about the prisoner. Why not? Yeah, sure. Should I tell the detective about Balthazar? Well, I was the one who called him here. If I can't trust Matthew, can he even help me? Hans bought me a convicted prisoner and brought him to the estate. Do you suspect this prisoner in your husband's murder? I'm not sure. The guards will have been watching him all night. But still, there's something eerie about him. Matthew wrote something in his notebook. Has been watched all night, you said. Where can I find him? I'd like to interrogate him as well. Well, you see, he's in the cellar, locked in a cell. May I speak with him? For that, you must ask for permission from Matrona Nebula, the female head of a noble house. A noble woman may become a Matrona if her husband or son dies and no other heirs. Vivian Nebula became such a Matrona after the sudden death of her son, Hans. Okay. We don't know. We haven't seen Vivian yet, though. I suspect your husband was up to no good. Yeah, if he's getting attacked by face-eating leopards or wherever it may be, then maybe he did something that deserved to have face-eating leopards eat his face. We don't know. We don't really know about him. We didn't really have... We decided to speak with Balthazar and then talk with Hans, so no clue what he was actually doing the night of. that Hans is gone, he is the head of the Nebula family. I see. Well, thank you for your time. I must go and question the other residents of the estate. He bowed and turned to leave, but when he reached the door, he looked back. One more thing, milady. I forgot to ask for the prisoner's name. I believe it is Balthazar. He whispered something to himself before leaving the room, but Silviya heard it. As I thought. Oh, okay. Do you guys know each other? Maybe? Would you like to share? Wait, what? Does he know Balthazar? Something tells me I'll regret those words of mine. Your relationship with Matthew decreased. What? Our relationship decreased because I told him about Balthazar? Okay. Wow. Sure. Milady Nebula, I see you have finished speaking with the detective. I must inform you he'll be staying on the Nebula estate tonight. He apologizes for the inconvenience, with all due respect. But he trusts you will understand why it is necessary. It'll be too dangerous to travel back to town by the time he has finished his interrogations. Why is it dangerous? Who allowed him this? Why is it dangerous? Say it's dangerous for a detective to leave. Why is that? The detective does not seem like someone who would be easily scared. He is hardly likely to be devoured by wild animals on a short trip back into town. No indeed, Milady Nebula. But I was referring to the cosmic weather forecast. Okay, or just like... Court astronomers are responsible for compiling the celestial forecasts. Wealthy noble families employ their own astronomers. I love that. I'd be like, I am rich enough, I can get my own weather forecast. You may have forgotten all the excitement, but tomorrow is Alpha Day. You know how dangerous it is for anyone to be outside on such days. Even for commoners like Matthew and I. Of course. So no drawing in the garden tomorrow. That is correct, milady, for your own safety. But do not worry, Cassiopeia and I will work together to create the perfect schedule for you. I do not doubt it, Gilbert. At your service, milady. Why must he stay? Who allowed him to stay? I do not recall discussing such a permission with him. That's because the permission came from your mother-in-law, Matrona Nebula. Oh wow, okay. I should remind you that Matrona Nebula is now the official head of the Nebula family. Vivian, of course. He always was the head of this household, even when Hans was alive. And she has always disliked me. Alright, I think we're good. That is all I wanted to know, Gilbert. Thank you. Something in his stance made Silviya wonder if Gilbert was hiding something behind his back. Suspicious. He glanced in the mirror to try and see what the butler was concealing. What could it be, I wondered? He noticed her searching gaze and took a half step away from the mirror. Wow, okay, time. What are you hiding there behind your back? Would you like to share? What is going on, Gilbert? Are you hiding something? Milady Nebula, you have sharp eyes indeed. He moved aside and revealed the dog sitting patiently behind him. Dog? Great, another hating mom. Yeah, you know, typical nobles with a mother-in-law that hates your guts. Dog. He looks so much like my old pet, John. Man, this dog's got big paws. Oh, John, I had not realized until now just how much I missed my old companion. You gained some sadness. Wow, we full of sad. I thought you might appreciate some extra moral support at such a trying time. Thank you, Gilbert. Oh, by the bright stars, how sweet he is. Is he really just a puppy? He is so large. I was just gonna say, I'm like, that's a big dog. That dog looks like a human disguised as a dog. I don't know how to put it. Maybe it's just the way his hair looks like bangs. Despite his size, he is still... Oh, despite his size, he is still just a child at heart. I assure you of that, milady. Silviya nodded, satisfied with the answer. She looked at the puppy. I shall call you John, too, in honor of my old companion. I would love to spend the rest of the evening playing with you, but there's still so much I must attend to. As a noble, Silviya must plan her schedule for each day. Oh, okay. As most of the day has already passed, she only needs to decide how to spend the evening. Oh, okay. So we get to choose. We folded for a dog. But look at the doggy. I love dogs. I would probably fold for a dog. I'd be like, yeah, things suck. But then they'll be like, hey, how about this dog here? And be like, you know what? Okay. Maybe not. Maybe things don't suck as much. I love how finding Han's dead body is like a little icon here. I can't wait to play with John, or I must try to find more evidence in Han's diary. Oh, I should actually go find evidence of my husband's murder instead of playing with the dog. Even though I really want to play with the dog, I should be a responsible widow and look into my husband's murder. Even though I don't particularly care about my whoever dead husband Hans. We barely knew him. But I do want to get into the bottom of things, so we shall look in the evidence first. I've made my decision. You look at the puppy with a serious expression. From now on, your name is John, and you are a part of my family. Please make yourself at home, but remember to behave yourself. I must put Hans first tonight. I still haven't checked the diary for clues. Gilbert, please look after John. I'm afraid I will be busy this evening. Your relationship— No! My relationship with John decreased. No, not the dog, too. I am fumbling the relationship with the detective and the dog. Ah, that's what I get for trying to be a responsible adult. I should just forget my dead husband. We have a dog now. Did I upset my butler? I've never seen him so downcast. What happens if I'm like, I want to be responsible, though. Okay, you know what?
Self-voicing enabled.
Oh, oops.
Self-voicing disabled.
I did not mean to enable self-voicing. I'll have to wait until tomorrow. Okay, now our butler is being weird. Are we actually gonna get any clues? With our chambermaid? Wow. No, I wanna go back. I wanna play with the dog. Forget her husband. I don't care about him. Hans is dead to us. He's literally dead. I'm gonna play with John instead. I had made my decision. Matthew's interrogation was exhausting. My new pet needs attention. I can't ignore that. She looked at the puppy with a serious expression. you're John. Please make yourself at home, but be sure to behave well. If you will assist me, Gilbert. We will need to find John a bowl and make sure he's well fed. Oh, wait, that's me talking. Right away, Lady Nebula. Your relationship with Gilbert increased. Oh, damn, okay. Okay, I can get on board with this. Forget a husband. Let's increase our relationship with the butler. And the dog. Silvia's introduction to a new family member went very well. Why does our dog look so strange? Is this one of those like Borzoi breeds of dogs? Very big boy. This puppy behaves just like my previous pet, even though he looks a little different. Your relationship with John increased. Okay, we increased our relationship with Gilbert and John. Look at him. The evening flew by in a blink of an eye. By midnight, Silviya is lying on the bed, her arms flung out to the sides in exhaustion. John was very playful, though Silviya lost track of time. Sometimes this is all one needs to be happy. You gain some joy, +1. It was a wonderful meeting, my friend. Stay here, you can sleep at my side. Oh no, where has your water bowl gone? We must solve this problem right away. I won't let you die of thirst overnight. I'm gonna call the chambermaid for help. Hello, someone, get my dog. Get my dog his water. Butler did it, may take part soon. I hope it's not the butler. Please let me have a route with the butler. I'll call the chambermaid for help. Silviya reached for the bell on her nightstand. Ding 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 ding! You expect me, moi, the madame of this estate, to go fetch water on my own? But I can just get the commoners to do so for me. Not even my own dog has to lift a finger. I use this bell to call my chambermaid, Willow. There's no need to worry, John. John's face showed disapproval. No! Your relationship with John decreased. What do you mean my dog can just judge me? A decreased relationship, man. What? No approaching footsteps are heard, but the servant suddenly called to her through the door. Lady Nebula, did you ring for me? Oh, that's what I get for being a lazy noble, I suppose. Yes, Willow, please come in. I have a small task for you. Willow appeared in the room and closed the door silently behind her. Hello, Willow? Oh, she's blue. She's like that, she's like Sadness from... what is it? Inside Out? That movie? With all the emotions? Willow, this is John. He is a new resident of this estate. Willow performed an elegant curtsy. It's a pleasure to meet you, Master John. I'm Willow, Milady's chambermaid at your service. As I said, our chambermaid is blue. Yeah, I'm like, why are you blue? Or maybe that's rude to ask. Maybe that novel game feels Inside Out. Are you Sadness? We are painting with emotions after all. Willow, could you please bring John a fresh bowl of water? At once, milady. She disappeared from the bedroom as silently as she had entered it. Willow is an excellent servant, even though she can appear shy and timid. She is also a good listener. Her pale, almost blue skin makes her stand out from the other commoners. What do you mean, almost blue skin? She's literally blue. I was like, are we not addressing the fact that she is, in fact, just blue? She may have experienced hard times before she began working at the Nebula estate. My father told me that every commoner has a physical flaw. It's usually something related to minerals. Gilbert, for example, has a gem where his left eye should be. Matthew has puppet-like fingers, and they are blue. Oh yeah, we saw his blue hands. There must be something more significant than just a birth defect behind such things. However, commoners tend to avoid this topic, treating it as something sacrilegious. Perhaps I should ask Gilbert about it next time the opportunity arises. Oh, so it's like a commoner thing? Like all commoners have some sort of, like some sort of defect or flaw? She was lost in thought when she felt someone staring at her. It was John. Why is John staring at me? What is happening? Their eyes met and he smiled. I don't like that smile. That is not a good smile. You gain some fear. +1. Why does this dog have so many teeth like that? A knock on the door distracted her. It is I, milady. I brought the bowl. Please come in. Willow appeared silently in the bedroom and placed the bowl in front of the dog. John approached the bowl and immediately started lapping up the water, just like a normal dog. Silviya was staring at him, watching for any unusual behavior. Is there anything else I can do for you, milady? Oh, Willow, you're still here. Forgive me. You may leave the rest to me. Good night, Willow. Good night, my lady. Silviya turned to John. He had finished his lapping and now licked his nose. You look like a normal dog. Is he a normal dog? Oh, it's that weird smile. Reminds me of a Lovecraft event from Dragalia Lost, but it was with a cat. Oh, it's kind of creepy. She looked at John for quite some time, but decided not to move closer to him. No. I am clearly very, very tired. Now I must rest. She lay down on the bed so she can keep an eye on John. The version of his unnatural smile was still stuck in her head. Is he possessed? Is our dog just possessed? What happens if we just don't? What happens if we go back? And just get the water myself. Is this because I didn't give my dog the water bowl myself? Is this why he's being all creepy? Like, okay, I already sent my chambermaid Will to sleep. Never mind, I can take care of the bowl myself. Let me do this, so my dog doesn't judge me and smile at me creepy. When the cat showed a more sinister nature, it smiled with many sharp teeth and blank eyes. It's like I thought they were supposed to be cute. Why? John, wait for me here. I'll be back soon. Woof. He walked along the dim corridor and reached the ground floor via the wide staircase. The house was deadly quiet. Everyone was sleeping. As he approached the kitchen, Silviya walked past Gilbert's room. She was surprised to hear voices on the other side of his door. I know Gilbert is usually the last servant to go to bed, but who else is not sleeping at this late hour? I must eavesdrop, because I am a nosy girl. It's a little suspicious. I need to find out what's going on. Put an ear to the door. You must be kind to all the nobles in the house. You know that my job is to cook, not to smile. You must have misunderstood. I shall remind you what is your primary task. I know, but the plan is flawless. We shouldn't do anything that could jeopardize it. It's for our own good and for everyone else's too. Yes, nothing will stop us. You gain some fear. Oh, great! Oh dear, Gilbert, just what are you planning? And who is your accomplice? Whoever they are, they seem to be standing too far from the door. I can't recognize their voices. I can't stay here any longer, it's too dangerous. She crept away from the door and continued on toward the kitchen. There, now I'll just fill a bowl and go back to my room as if nothing has happened. Well, I'm beginning to think you die pretty quickly in a horror setting. You know what, I can't even argue against that. If I was ever in a horror setting of like movie or video game, yeah, I don't expect myself to be one of the final people or person to live. I think I would be I don't think I'd be the first person to die, but I think I would like die at like midpoint. I'd be like too nosy, trying to find out the truth, get too close to the truth, and then get killed for it. I must tell someone I trust what I've heard. However, I'll do that tomorrow. Until then, it's safer for me to keep quiet. The bowl I need must be somewhere here. She retrieved a metal bowl from a high shelf, and then filled it with water. There, now I better go back to my room. Ignoring what looks like a knife just casually out on the counter. I can't tell if it's a window curtain or a straight up guillotine in the back there. By the time she returned, John had already fallen asleep. Silviya put the bowl beside the dog and yawned. Oh, that was a tough day. She hugged her pillow and started to drift off to sleep. She glanced at their family portrait before closing her eyes. Hans, I swear I will find your murderer. Exhausted, she quickly fell asleep. I'm like, what was that? The butler did it. It's always the butler. It could be a red herring. Maybe they're talking about a different diabolical plan, and maybe it wasn't involved with the husband's death. I'm just hoping it's not the butler. No matter what choice is made, you get the fear color. Yeah, seems like we either get fear from the dog or fear from the conversation. Silviya opened her eyes, find herself floating in outer space. Stars surrounded her. In the distance, two black holes were spinning around each other. Where am I? Is this a dream? Yes, this must be a dream. It will possibly be real. Welcome to my humble world, darling. That voice. Hans? How is this possible? Oh my god. You're... What are you? Who are you? The dog didn't do anything creepy, but the painting flashed. Yeah, it seems like it. The dog just was normal, but the painting was like flashing. Actually, on over Hans's image, it was flashing like some images of tentacles. So maybe he's the tentacle? You gain some fear. Man, we are just gaining fear. Dead? No, darling, that's where you're wrong. I prefer to call it changed. What if you know half of his face missing? Oh my god, Azul. If Azul was an eldritch horror monster, I suppose. In the cosmic space. But that's not so accurate either. I must tread carefully. My life is on the line. Oh, Locke asked about his ascension. Oh no, maybe that's locked behind another choice. Ask about the murder. Is he really Hans? I don't know what I should go with. Recognize him as Hans. You're not my husband. Or you could do a fear, I gotta run, I must run, or it could be, was it Balthazar who killed you? Or blame myself. You're not my husband. I don't know you. I'm like, it's that safe one to go with. I don't have any red ones. I don't have any anger ones. I do want to ask about his murder though. Is he really Hans? I don't know. You don't look like my husband. Hopefully you're not my husband. I never cared for him that much anyways. I didn't mean to come off across that way, but sure. Whatever, I don't care about my husband. In fact, we were practically strangers. Oh, how sweet. Then how did you end up marrying him? Should I tell him? Tell me your story, don't share your story. Do I want to tell him my story? It's not really his business, but... Sure, let's tell him a story. Could be making all the wrong choices here. Tell me a story. It's simple, really. All I wanted was to escape from my parents' home. That's it? Was your motivation so banal? Well, it was and wasn't. My parents have been cold towards me ever since I was young. As I grew older, I realized that they were afraid of me. Did you ever think you may have been adopted? Yes, I did. So I decided to keep my truth hidden from society, whatever it may be. The marriage proposal was an opportunity for my parents to remove such an untrustworthy descendant from the family. Do you still believe you have ignoble origins? Not at all. I feel like I'm a noble anyway, just not one who came from my parents. You gain some joy. Oh, okay. It seems like you know more than I do. Would you tell me the truth? Well, only partly, and only later. I presume you still remember how to use your noble powers. It's natural for each noble. The only question is when their powers will awaken. You have a great gift, the power to control others with your emotions. It is time for you to learn how to use that gift properly. Otherwise, your emotions will take control of you. When the morning comes, try visualizing your emotions. Imagine that your emotions are real objects with their own distinct properties. Then try to shape them. Discard the ones that don't serve you and combine the important ones. Experiment. A loud roar swept through the void. Why don't we try to, turn our emotions into little mascot creatures, This one could be joy, this one could be sadness, this one's rage. And then we get them to all talk inside my head. He looked around, his face suddenly anxious. Our time is up for tonight, darling. Oh, and one more thing. Do not trust anyone on the estate. Especially not Vivian. From now on, I am the only one you can trust. But wait. Can't we trust him? Can I really trust a guy that's like, really half his face is missing? And like he is full of tentacles? He is full of tentacles and half of his face missing. He literally looks like he made a deal with some cosmic devil. I don't know if I can really trust him. I don't even know if he really is our husband. I guess that was the first playthrough of the demo here. We'll look back and see what happens with some of the other dialogue choices. I'm curious, maybe if we chose to talk with Hans, if things may be a little different. Yeah, because we talked to Balthazar before. Apparently Balthazar has him and Matthew seem to know each other. I'm curious if we talk to Han right before he, like, gets his face eaten. If we might find some new clues. Wait, that's a demo. Yeah, this is the early access demo. I think there is a further, like, fuller demo that's going to be coming out. But it is like it's more so introducing us to the beginning of the story and how the emotions palette works. I think it was him, but considering what seems to be his hobbies, he did something. Or maybe his mother. Yeah, I wonder like what happened. What was the creature? Let's go talk to him. I'm curious. Hans needs my support. I hope I can be a good wife for him. I must be perceived as one, at least. I can't leave my husband on his own, especially on our wedding night. And then we have a increased relationship with Hans. She made her way through the crowded ballroom. He must be in his study, poring over his papers as usual. She reached the door and was about to knock when it opened. Oh, Silviya, it's you. Has the ball finished yet? I am so tired of all this commotion. It really feels like he was waiting for me to come after him, or is that just my imagination? Yes, it will be soon. Anyway, I was looking for you too. Oh, suddenly he grabs her by the waist and pulled her towards him. Am I ready for intimacy? What? That seems to be really sudden, like, hello, not even not even a dine and not even a dance. We didn't even have a dance together. Not even any flirtatious remarks or invitation. Just straight up grab. A little rude. I mean, he gave her a collar. I'm not shocked. Oh yeah, I forgot about the collar thing. Let's remind him about the deal, maybe. Or we can see what happens with the other choices. Am I ready? Remind him about the deal? Silviya pushed him away. Perhaps a little too forcefully. Hans, what are you doing? This wasn't part of our deal. Have you already forgotten who is the head of the Nebula House? You have not been the head for long. Take your time, or you might make a fatal mistake. How dare you, after I invited you into my home? Relationship with Hans decreased. Well, maybe good. I don't really care about him. My agreement is with the Nebula House, not with you. And I can fulfill my obligations on my own. I don't need a man for the ritual of birth after all. Wait, you don't? The artist can draw a picture which brings a new noble to life. Such rituals have a high chance of failure, so skilled artists are valued by noble houses. Okay, you can literally draw an OC baby, and that OC baby or kid becomes your kid, I guess? Okay. I mean, that would make life easier. Forget the whole pregnancy and childbirth thing. Why don't we just draw our kid to life? I don't need a man for that. As for getting satisfaction, we'll see how you behave. Anyway, I'm going to bed. Don't stay up late working on your papers. Your nose out of my business. She gave him an ironic smile and went to their bedroom alone. Wow, okay. Rude. And she fell asleep. And then it, oh yeah, she's a, oh, who are you? Human face. I'm your subconscious. To make it easier, you can imagine you're talking with yourself. If you're satisfied with such an answer, I'll proceed the introduction. As an artist, you perceive worlds differently, deeper than others. Oh, this is like kind of our... It gives out all the information. Before this was Balthazar telling us about this, but now this is our subconscious telling us about the emotion. Ask about my... You're not me? Am I sick? Ask about my parents? You're from a noble family, which called Nova. The name means new from Latin. Okay. Yeah, let's ask more. Feel lonely? About Han's gift. I hate myself. About my marriage. Joy can be used to show warm feelings to someone or support them. You're very lucky to have Hans. Even if you both aren't close enough to speak about love, it's fine. Marry with a stranger. This is exactly how noble society works. No, I don't need to ask more. At that moment, her conversation partner transformed into something. Ah, yeah, that's the unknown thing. Which we still don't know what it is. Oh, then our husband died. Oh yeah, then Hans' faces was like eaten off, lols. You know what, I don't feel bad for him at all. He was kind of a dick, to be honest. I don't particularly care about Hans. Hans was a bit of an asshole. I'm just gonna go back and see what happens if I try to read the evidence in Hans' diary. Also, the hazy figure at Balthazar isn't picked. Yeah, it looks like Balthazar gave us the exposition, but if we don't pick him, it's just some shadowy figure that explains the information to us instead. I'm curious how he acts in other options. Yeah, we can also check that too. Before I was like, man, he was such a dick, but let's go back and see what happens if we accept the intimacy. If we're like, yeah, okay, we wrapped her hands around the back of his neck. After a long, deep kiss, she gazed into his eyes and opened her mouth to speak. Where he ran his fingers along her lips before silencing them with a burning kiss. No need for words, darling. Let's go somewhere where we can be ourselves. With that, he picked her up and carried her to their bedroom. The sheets were soft and fresh, but it seemed like he was no mood for savoring the moment as he quenched his thirst on her. Wow. Their wedding clothes abandoned, they gave into their passion. She had never seen him sleep so peacefully. But she couldn't quench her thirst the way he could. It's like, wow, okay, great for him. She's like left, what, unsatisfied. Oh, that, okay, so we picked that and he's gonna talk to us in our sleep. As now you're part of the Nebula house, I have to make sure you will not fail my great name. And then I guess if we end up, okay, sleeping with him, he explains this about the emotions. Ask him. About his past. About your childhood. I can't wait to spend our honeycycle. Okay, how was your childhood? I remember golden times I was the only child. My parents were strict. They put high hopes on me because one day I must have fulfilled my destiny. And then appeared my siblings, Victor and Emily. Unfortunately, I'm outstanding among them, so there's no worthy competition for me here. Sure. Let's ask. You plan to use my skills as an artist. You don't care about me at all. You know me better than I thought. Oh, yeah. Well, you know I am. To be an artist is a rare gift. House Nebula needs it and you know it. This is part of our deal after all. What do you expect? Okay, yeah, he just wants to exploit us. Use us and whatnot. So now Space State, we're going to be Baldur's Gate 3 Galeway. Wait, did they go to space in Baldur's Gate? I haven't actually played Baldur's Gate 3. I know some of the characters in it, and I've heard of stuff here and there, but I actually haven't played the game myself. Okay. So it looks like the conversation kind of changes a bit. And then, Hans still dies, I guess. So his face still gets eaten. Lols. Okay. So regardless, it looks like it's just a different person that tells us all the information we need to know in the game based on our choice. But man, Hans is kind of a he's kind of an asshole, I won't lie. He's kind of a jerk. Even if the MC is just like head over heels for him, like, oh my god, Hans, he's still kind of a douchebag. I'm just gonna look it through his diary. I'm sorry, puppy, that may not be actually cute. We're reading Hans' diary. While Willow helped prepared for bed. She brushed Silviya's hair in silence, her face expressionless. Silviya didn't chat with her much. While Willow may be shy and timid, she is a good listener. Her skin is so pale, it appears almost blue. Every commoner has a physical flaw. Okay. It's always a physical flaw. Interesting. Sure, we should ask about Gilbert. Anyways, I must sleep soon, but I want to get through more of this diary. She turned the next few pages. As a true noble should be, Hans is versatile. I am surprised to learn that he was interested in mysticism. Now, what is this language? He stared at the page for a few seconds. Wait a minute, how did I know these words were about mysticism in the first place? She tried to read fluently without recognizing the letters, and it worked. She could understand a language she had never seen before, but it didn't take long for exhaustion to set in. I won't be able to read all of this today, but I'll at least make a start. Which topic should I read about? Oh wow. Okay, there's different things here. So we spent all that time with Hans in the beginning. Do you get the Ascension dialogue? It looks like we can maybe get the Ascension here, if we read about here. Fairy Nebula was the first ancestor from the Nebula family to ascend. Oh, okay, this is what I'm talking about, ascending. To access the void, one must to reject one's flesh, one's wealth, one's feelings. To ascend, one must also give up those one holds dear. Although to become truly ascended, one must bring a victim. Oh wait, there's a note in the common language in the corner of this page. Hans' handwriting. I must avoid that condition. I mustn't involve anyone but myself. That feels like an excuse. I can't trust these words. Anyway, I want to know more. The ascended become the source of power for the family, being above the sky in deep cold void. Here are some of his notes. The term void in old texts usually refers to what is now known as the astral world, the place between a dream and the physical world. In fact, with the proper magnifying tools, one can see a distant reflection of the astral world in the night sky. Because all those shining stars in the sky aren't stars at all. Whoa, that's a lot of mysticism. Could that really be true? Your relationship with unknown increased, wow. Who are we Getting closer to the unknown. I wish I could ask him about it in person. I definitely need to find out more. Perhaps I should think about asking someone. That's enough for today. I'll give it another try tomorrow. Silviya was so engrossed in her reading, forgot about Willow, who was now finished with her hair. She closed the diary and turned to her chambermaid. That's enough reading, Willow. Now I really must sleep. Thank you for your care. You may go. It was no trouble, my lady. Good night. Good night, Willow. Once Willow had left the bedroom, Silviya placed the diary on the bedside table. I must sleep now, to gain the energy I will need to continue uncovering the truth tomorrow. She put the diary down on the nightstand and fell into her bed. Then, go sleep. I can't tell what's the image that appears above Silviya. It almost looks like some flower or an insect. And then we talked. Maybe this time the dialogue option will be open. With this guy. He called it change. Okay, now we can actually ask about his ascension. How can I join you? I must run. I don't have a response for this. This motion doesn't change the outcome. Ask about his ascension. You look so... Does this mean you've ascended? Is that what your diary was about? So you've been reading my diary. How interesting. Your relationship with Hans increased. Wow. You can increase by reading the diary? I expected no less from you. By the way, do you like it, my new appearance? I think it suits me rather well, don't you? You look horrifying. I really like how you look now. You look cool, also very creepy. Or I could be like, yeah, buddy, you just look horrible. Or I really like how you look now. You finally shed your physical form. That's marvelous. I am thrilled with your new look. You gave some joy. Wow. I'm so happy to hear those words from you, my love. I stopped to listen. This unexpected reunion, how lucky I am. This godlike creature has visited me. They speak to me. And I will stay here with them. They are a part of me. Our minds are united. It's like dancing with Hans again. Together, undivided, forever. Silviya felt no need to wake up. Oh, this is like a bad end. She felt this was what she'd been dreaming of all this time. Oh, okay, we did. There is a death ending. So the death ending is reunited with Hans. So that's one of the death ends. Lovely. Okay, so one of the death endings is literally being like, oh, sweet. You look amazing now. Okay, I'm just gonna stay here forever and just not wake up. Here's what I just said, like, no. Why was I just like, you look really bad? Reunited with Hans implies this is the only good end with him. I wonder if there's actually good ends with Hans. If Hans is like a proper... I was saying, like, you look like a monster, like something has emerged from the depths of my darkest nightmares. Are you afraid of me? I am. Feeling some fear. I don't understand how something like you can exist. But you know me, I have the power to reject madness and keep myself together. Good, so you've already reached the acceptance stage. Well then, I have to say, I presume you still remember how to use your noble powers. Oh, okay, this is when we talk about noble powers. You can use your emotions. And then we're like, okay. So then it kind of goes on as normal. Alright. It'll still go through the end of the demo. But wait. Not the end of the demo. Okay. So we just it continues on to the demo's end. Otherwise, we get the death ending. Reunited with Hans. He's the bad influence love interest, maybe? Maybe. Like, I wonder what Hans was, like, kind of doing, and, you know, okay, he's now ascended, cool, so what does that mean for us? Like, was he still murdered? Is this still, like, a murder mystery overall? Did he choose to ascend, or did someone kill him and that helped him to ascend? So it's like, like, questions in that regard. I mean, it's an interesting premise and start to it. Kind of like intriguing setting in terms of we are somewhere in the cosmos and the stars, but there's still like classes like the commoners and the nobles. I guess like definitely the main feature of this game is the palette system of being able to change your dialogue option based on what emotion you want to use for it, which I'm like, okay, that's like a first I've seen of a visual novel using that mechanic, so that's quite interesting in that regard. I wonder if there's gonna be like a CG collection or if CGs even exist. We do have some CGs, like some artwork that we see, like, oh, the paintings of like John and Silvia and Hans and the like, but I'm curious if there's gonna be actual like CGs during the route. If it's a cult, like the title implies, probably someone killed him in a ritual. Yeah, I'm like, maybe there is cults, you know, maybe he's there's like a bunch of people in the shadows, part of a cult, and they're just sacrificing him, or you know, maybe his whole family is involved in the cult. There's like mysteries abound. But also wondering, it's like, oh, what's the whole thing with Gilbert and who he's talking to? I was like, is the butler also part of the cult? Did he do it? Was he involved in Hans's murder? And also, how did Hans die? Like, it looked like his face just got eaten, but it's like, okay, was it a creature or was it like the unknown that got to him? And yeah, there was mentions of his mother, like Vivian Nebula, but we haven't seen her. So I assume she probably has maybe a role to play in the full game if we like encounter her. And see if she's like involved in all this. Probably actually look to see if there is like now that I actually finished playing the game, I can actually look up the page. If there is actual other routes. But we got the emotion palette, that was interesting. Clearly there's a bunch of death ends. So there are different paths. And we got a bunch of main characters. I actually don't know how many, there is romance? There are romance, but I actually don't know if everyone is a romance option or if some of them are. But it looks like, yeah, there's gonna be multiple. It looks like something that you have to like do multiple playthroughs to like get the whole story. And like there's so many different like dialogue choice options which could like shape the results, I would think. That part is pretty neat. Also, the whole like creating your own schedule, right? Wherever we choosing to read Han's diary gives us the dialogue options when we see him and understand the whole ascended thing versus playing with the dog. So lots of branching routes. So I would be curious in terms of when the entire game comes out, how the branches kind of work out and how many potential endings we get. Especially when there's like the different romance options too. If it's one of those, there's a main story but you get a romance along the way, or if there's like actual designated routes that you go down. Detective didn't like us being honest with the prisoner. Yeah, oddly enough, like we don't know. Like, does he know Balthazar personally? The fact that our relationship decreased when we told him we were suspicious about the prisoner. I'm like, I just picked a logical option. I'm like, hey, yeah, my husband just died. Who's the most suspicious person in the household right now? Probably like the literal stranger he brought to the house, like literally less than 24 hours ago. But they clearly have some sort of history going on, so I forgot about Balthazar in the basement. He's still in the dungeon. I guess you just kind of leave him there as a detective, as like, you know, go investigate him and whatnot. I try to think, you know, as I do like the music in terms of like the menu screen and some just throughout the game. I do like the kind of overall the vibes, the soundtrack for it. Art is interesting as well. I can see some areas. I wonder if it's deliberately more like a sketch than others, or like a kind of like a work in progress as they continue to refine it. But like character designs are unique for sure, especially when you're trying to deal with like noble cosmic nobles. How would they dress? What would they look like? So I did like seeing the designs of the characters and the artwork for it. And yeah, the music OST is, I think it fits the mood so far in this game. The person has long hair bugged these stuff. Someone give him a ponytail at least. Like, nah, they're like barely cleaned him up. They're just like not even giving him for like any additional clothes to wear. So it doesn't seem like they'll probably give him any haircuts either, but his hair is a part of him, you know? It wouldn't be the same if we had to tie it up. Let's see, actually, I actually did get some notes from the contact or the liaison between the studio of this studio developers of this game. So there are actually 4 death endings. Some of them can be reached in different ways, plus the one demo ending. That's kind of cool. I didn't actually see the other death endings. I only saw the one death ending so far. Actually, don't you know how you die in the other choices? Different choices with different gets like the different emotions. So we got a bunch of like fear and like sadness emotions. I don't think I even got the anger one. And the choices. Then there's the general choices and then choices with emotions that change the different outcomes there. So yeah, I think like the mechanics are definitely interesting. It's not just a straight up you're reading the story. You're affecting the choices and you're affecting the way you are saying your lines in the choices. So I kind of like that. It does make it stand out for some of the other VNs out there, but it's like I like the mystery aspect as well. Like I'd be curious to know how Hans died, and like probably more about cults. But yeah, let's see. So yeah, for Star Cult, there you can wish list now on Steam. I'm just gonna look at their page a bit more here. Oh, sorry. I hate how it auto-plays when I look at the Steam page. So release date, we're looking at Q4 2026 for the full release date. You can wish list it on Steam. That's the details we got so far. VR gets interesting at times too. Yeah. I also do like the little slight horror elements. Was not expecting John to start smiling at me. It was kind of creepy, but I kind of like that. Little sprinkles of horror, yes. And then yeah, expected in Q4. So from anywhere from October to December of this year. Expectations. Not sure of when the full demo is coming out. But we know like that's their planned release so far. But I do I am all for, you know, otome, especially in visual novels and like horror elements. So there is a certain kind of mysterious vibes. I don't even know if we call it spooky. It's not exactly like straight up kind of like the scary horror. It's just more like the unsettlingness and like wondering what it is. It's like when you're in space and you just don't know what is out there, sort of thing. That type of horror, which I'm sure it's got a specific name to it. I mean, like, clearly there's something called the unknown out there that we're connecting with, so it's the horror of the unknown. I would say. Which, I also want to know what the unknown is all about. But I guess I'll have to find that out later. There's actually there's just so many good games that are just coming out now. I still have yet to play through the other routes of Lover's Enigma. I still do want to play the other routes. Because there's still parts of that I want, like the mysteries haven't fully resolved. And then things like Starcult too, it's like, ooh, yeah, the mystery seems interesting. I want to find out more. I want to dig a little deeper into what is happening here. Where are the plots? Where are the mysteries? Maybe Unknown's actually Hans. Yeah, it'd be kind of interesting to see, because it seems like our talking with that thing, our relationship with Hans increases, but then our relationship also increases with something called the unknown. So it's like there's two different relationship increases happening. And so I'm just wondering how that factors in. And I'm like, the fact that we can have a relationship increase with our dog, I'm like, is our dog like a potential like route where we just can just be like, forget everyone else, we're just gonna be us and our dog? Oh, is that a thing? Or does like does our relationship with our dog affect some other route down the line? Or the unknown is related. Maybe it could be some ancestor, potentially. Some other creature in the space void. Yeah, I have to like take a look at the relationship. I saved something. Yeah, I'm just gonna look. Archives. Oh no, I wanted to look at my sketchbook. Okay, yeah. So it looks like relationships with Silviya, Hans, Balthazar. So yeah, so Hans' relationship. Then there's also unknown. I love how we have one for John, the dog. And then it looks like there's 3 other people that we have not encountered yet. Who would potentially also increase relationships with. I think it's just funny that we can have like a bond with John. I'm like, what does it mean? You know, like what would the result be of bonding? Having a high relationship with John versus a low one. Like, you get a bad end if your dog just hates you. Hi Emerald, welcome back. We got one of the bad ends, or the death ends, that's called Reunited with Hans, which is just basically Hans' weird tentacle monster form. We just decide that we're just gonna stay with that Eldritch horror and just not wake up ever. So that was one of the bad ends that we got. And then yeah, just overall talking about some thoughts on the game, things I would be interested in finding out, all the mysteries in the background. Wow, bad ending. The first thing in the demo. Apparently there's 4 death endings. I don't know if all 4 are in the demo, but I found one of the death ends at the very least, and then whatever the regular demo ending that we reached. Cause like, I don't know what other choices I could have made to give like a bad end. And yeah, we're just looking over and just like talking about the game itself. Things I like. So I talk about all the stuff that I liked in terms of like, I do like the OST. The vibes of it are pretty good, and the art style and the unique usage of the palette to make choices. I guess like critiques on the demo. I would say that there is some typos and grammar issues. So there's some dialogue and text that just need to be ironed out a bit. Just like kind of more like just edited due to like just some words that were just mainly grammatical structures, just like grammar that need to be corrected. And then I know there's like CGs as well. I don't know if there's gonna be full CGs or I think it makes sense that if they were doing a sketchbook, the style would be a more like sketch style. But yeah, I do like the scheduling. Like I do like this kind of choice that you can make on what to do with your activities. I think it gives it a lot of branching potential. Yeah, I think for some of the backgrounds I found it a little hard to see, because I think it's just so dark. But that could just be my eyes. Yeah. Overall, I think like my only main issue is just spelling and grammar, but everything else seems to be very promising so far. Especially with the amount of choices that you can have in this game, and then I'm curious on the relationships. I guess there's like 3 more people that we haven't met yet. I think a portrait is more like CGI animation cutscene. Yeah, I think the little like when they show like the portraits or the little paintings and stuff, that's kind of like, I guess, yeah, just a little picture into the scene. Yeah, the game designing and coloring are a bit dark for my taste. I think it's just like I just had a hard time being able to see some of the colors, but art itself is good. I have no issues there. Well, and then there's the archives. Yeah, this is like the where you can. So we say I like the way you look now. It gives us Hans like bad end. Go main menu. I do like the music that was playing actually during that nightmare with Ascended Hans there. I think it's just really cool. But yeah, this game's coming out Q4 2026. That's like the estimated date for the release of this. So if you guys want to check it out, you can wishlist it on Steam. I think like a Q4 2026 is not a bad timeline expectation. There are some other games that I'm still waiting on a release from. I thought the dog design was something uncanny. Then we got the weird smile. The weird smile certainly was extremely uncanny. I was like, man, this dog looks kind of weird. Why is its paw so big? Why does it look like a human with the way its bangs are cut? And then it like smiled weirdly, and I'm like, oh god. I'm like, maybe John is just hiding things from us. Maybe John isn't just a cute dog. Maybe John is actually a monster. We just don't know it. Yeah, in terms of other games, I know Touchstarved I've been following their Kickstarter for a while. They've been taking some time in developing. There's this one other visual novel game that has to do with like farming. And I swear I've been following that game for like over 4 years. They haven't had any updates to it, so that's been kind of slow. What other ones? Ooh, I know I probably like just keep playing games and forgetting about stuff that I have on my wish list. Can't remember. I know I got probably a bunch. Bale's Echo was good. That was an Otome, but it was still good. Alright, I'm trying to remember. I feel like I played so much. There's a lot in the backlog anyways. It's a ever-growing, never-ending backlog of games because people make so many cool games and I can't play them all. I would have slept in the same room with that dog after seeing that smile. Yeah, I mean, still like she still like made sure to like look at the dog just in case, but I'm like, yeah, that's kind of unsettling. I want to play Tonight. Oh yeah, Tonight Special. I thought Tonight Special was interesting too, because their main mechanic is like the whole, also like a scheduling thing, but then you're also making cocktails. Yeah, it's on Switch. It's all on Steam. John is possessed by the unknown. Hey, baby! You never... We don't know that. John could be actually possessed by some eldritch horrors out in space. I saw games that got too engrossed on Legends Added lately. Need to play my new games purchase. Hey, if you know, it's like you play wherever is fun at the moment. Don't worry, I still need to finish a bunch of stuff. I bought a bunch of Yakuza games, haven't even finished playing them. Cause I bought like, I'm like on Yakuza 4 now. I finished like Yakuza 3. So I got a lot of Yakuza games to play. I still need to finish like Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma. And then I still haven't really started playing 9 RIP, but then Oz Requiem is an Otome that's coming out on the Switch in August, and I'm like, oh man, I kind of want to play Oz Requiem. But I still want to also play Mistonia's Hope, so there's just too many choices. But you know, Lovecraftian is indeed a tag. Oh, okay. I wonder if the devs played Dragalia Lost. It's always like a nice like horror juxtaposition to have something cute and then pair it with something that's very unnerving. I'm so bad at playing games. Been busy. Yeah, I feel that. I'll get back to FGO for the Annie. I always keep telling myself I'm gonna go back to playing Genshin, but then like I hear disappointing news about Genshin, which makes me reluctant to go back to Genshin, so I don't end up doing it. Even though I'm like, but if they make Pantalone playable in Genshin at some point, then I'd be very tempted to go back to pull for him. Meanwhile, still in Act 1 of Claire's Cure. I mean, take your time. Like, you can take your time playing through. I think Claire's Gear is like a game that you can kind of really pace yourself at. Probably won't have more time to play my games now. I'll be working full time. It's like both a curse and a blessing. Like, yeah, we love employment. We love to get paid. We love to be able to pay our bills. And then it's like, oh, I work, so I can't play all my games all day. I kind of miss having summer vacation, because back when, like, you know, I was still in school, and during summer vacation, that is when I'd get to be able to play a bunch of really cool games. And like, I'm really, it's kind of sad I can't just take 2 months off of work and just play video games. Now without taking, like, using up all my vacation and not getting paid for it. Speaking of Pantalone, yeah, Pantalone, he actually finally showed up in Genshin. But I'm like, I wonder if he'll ever be playable. In a hot minute. I take better notes now. May forget where I left off in the game story-wise. I feel that happens too when watching anime and like season 2 comes out like several years after season 1 and I'm like, what happened in season 1? And I heard also Persona 6 got announced, so I don't know, I don't think Persona 6 is coming out anytime soon, but I think it's kind of cool that Persona 6 is finally a thing. It has finally been announced. And it's pretty wild because when I think back of all the times I've played a Persona game, like I played Persona 4 during like a Christmas break in school. I played Persona 3 during a Christmas break while I was in school. And then I played Persona 5 when I was unemployed and looking for a job out of like university. So like, I've only ever played the Persona series when I was either on a school break or I was unemployed. So I feel like by the time Persona 6 comes out, I'd be like, oh man, I really want to just, I know I would want to just kind of blast through it and just play it, but it won't be the same as me playing it when I was unemployed. I started taking notes not long ago. I realized how much a problem it was. Especially if you're in like a story-heavy type game, or like you were doing a task or some side quest, and you're like, wait, I forget what I was doing in this side quest. Oh yeah, P6 finally announced. I don't even know if I have time to play. That is, yeah, that's just me. Because I'm like, yeah, I was only able to play Persona 5 because I was literally unemployed. And to be honest, I remember specifically when the day Persona 5 came out, I rode my bike to like the game store and I picked up my copy and I went home, and then I swear for the entire month of April I only played Persona 5. And then I was applying to jobs, but then I honestly don't even remember what happened that entire month except me playing Persona 5. I felt like I don't think I got a job until like late July. So the entirety of April was just dedicated to playing Persona 5 and then like back to hardcore job hunting. But I'm like, I can't afford to be unemployed now, so I don't know how I'm gonna have the time to play Persona 6. Because I know I will want to play it a bunch. Unless I literally just take time off work and be like, okay guys, taking a week vacation so I can binge through playing it. P6, better check the trailer. Yeah, the trailer is like a pure teaser right now. Like the trailer doesn't even tell you any information about like the story or the characters. The trailer is literally just pure vibes. It's like someone just like put together just like a, you know, a very much a teaser. It's just like, haha, guess what all this imagery means. But there has been leaks, okay? There are Persona 6 leaks on the internet of the character, some of the characters, or at least the main character. and like people are speculating on the theme or, you know, overall potential story of P6, but yeah, Persona 6 hasn't had much. It's just more like, hey, it exists, but we won't give you any details yet. If they actually made a female protagonist, then I make an effort to play. Yeah, just because it's so long since I had Kotone. I miss her. I miss having a female protag. Speaking of Persona, I played the P5X, but it lags and it just kicks me out of the game, so I uninstall. Oh, that's a mobile game one? I haven't actually played the mobile one because I'm just like, the size is way too big. I can't play on my phone. Yeah, I was really hoping. I don't think Persona 6 has a female protag, but I heard rumors that there is like a female main character, but she's not really the main character. Whatever that means, honestly, I have no clue. But it's sort of like maybe we switch perspectives, or you know, or maybe we play as the male main character, but then maybe we end up playing as a different character for a section of the game. I don't know. I was really hoping they have a dual protag. I don't get why Atlas just makes an effort. Doing a female protagonist, honestly, I feel like they're just lazy. And like, why would they want to put effort into making a female protagonist when they can be lazy, keep the male protagonist, and still make as much money? Because people, at the end of the day, people are still gonna buy it. It sucks, but like whether even if Persona 6 didn't have a female protag, people would still buy it and play it. That's the problem. We cannot gather enough people to boycott the game if they didn't have a female main character, which sucks. I really wish they cared enough to want to put a female route in. But I know they're probably like, why would we do that? Why would we spend more resources when we could still make money not doing that? But one day, hopefully, they will do so. I just would really love another female protag. It was just so much fun playing as Kotone and Persona 3 Portable. And they should have made only a female protagonist game then. But true, just like forget the female, you know, just forget the female characters in general. I think they just I feel like it's, I want to say there was like an interview floating around of like why they only make male characters. I just feel like it's probably just created by a bunch of male developers who just like don't want to do it. The male protagonists are fine. I think the only one I really like is you. But yeah, they gave us a taste of one. Yeah, they just took it away. They're like, oh, we could give you a female protag, but now we no longer choose to. Akira Ren is so fun. I really did like yeah, I did like Akira Ren as well. Actually, I do like I think Yu from Yu Narukami from Persona 4 was really funny. He was also a very good protagonist as well. Because he felt like he was, you know, very he's someone who really actually cherishes his friends quite a bit. Makoto I'm kind of indifferent with because I'm not big into the silent protagonist type. But Ren was, Akira, yeah, Ren was fun as well. But I don't know, maybe someday. I'm really hoping. Unless, like, you know, Atlas decides to prove me wrong and actually impress me coming out with having a female and male protag. One could only hope. I mean, I'll be still keeping my eyes and ears out for news on it to see what the theme they'll be going for this time. I think I'll keep watching LPs of Persona in the meantime. Persona 4 is getting a remake too. Persona 4 Revival or something? I don't know the official title, but anyways, if you want to play Persona 4, they're making a remake of it now. I also saw the new FP title announced. Chinatsu is bad? Oh. Or is she back? Oh, you mean I didn't see the I didn't see the new Fire Emblem game yet. I heard about it. It was like Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. I remember seeing a trailer for it announced way back, but I haven't actually seen the updated news on it. Which I should probably check out because I'm curious on what it looks like this time around. I saw the leaks of Persona 6 just now. What are your thoughts on it so far? I just I love all the people commenting Bebe. If you remember Bebe in Persona 3, I love Bebe. I don't know if I get the remake because lately those types of games make changes, yeah, to original story. It's just really funny because there's Persona 4, then there's Persona 4 Golden that added stuff to the game, which I never played. And then they added, then now it's like Persona 4 like Revival. So I don't know, I played it way back on PS2. And I will I want to cherish my fond memories of playing Persona 4 on the PlayStation 2 during like a Christmas break. It was some good times. I'm locked in my nostalgia. Oh, the Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. Yeah, saw the trailer. Looks like okay. It looks like a sequel to Three Houses. Yeah, I'll check it out. I'm gonna check out more news to see if how it looks so far. I'll play Fortune's Weave too, but I'm too broken right now to get a Switch 2. Oh man, not a Switch 2 exclusive. Yeah, if it's on a Switch 2, I don't think I can play it. I'm not planning on getting a Switch 2 anytime soon. Like, you would have to release a game I would really, really, really want to play if it was on a Switch 2. Like, I feel like at this point, the only way you get me to play a Switch 2 is if I could only play, like, Persona or, like, Ace Attorney. If they announced a new Ace Attorney game, and that game was only available on the Switch 2, and I'd be like, okay, fine, you know, you win. But otherwise, I think it'd be a lot for me to pick up the Switch 2 when I feel like I'm still really happy with my Switch 1. Saw what my laggy auto-corrected. Hinatsu is back, okay. Ooh. Whoop. Okay, I figured you meant that. I was like, wait, she's bad? I thought you liked her as the artist because she was the one that did Three Houses. But oh yeah, okay, they got her back for it. You know, that makes sense if it's gonna be a sequel to Three Houses. They're gonna then keep it kind of consistent style. Did you release Pokemon Winds and Waves only on Switch 2? Then you buy a Switch 2 your own hard-earned money. You know what? Yeah, fair. Sometimes you just have that one game, you're like, okay, because you're only available on this platform, I will get it. Your old mobile device is lagging. Yeah, no worries. I get you. I understand what you were trying to say. The new FE game is Switch 2. I'll play it. I'll watch the LP. My only thing is, I'm like, God, is this new Fire Emblem game as long as Three Houses? Because Three Houses, I felt like one playthrough of Three Houses took me so long. I didn't even get to play the other routes because I was like, I can't do this. I can't play this game 3 times. It's just way too much. It was just way too long. I was pretty happy with the length of like Fire Emblem Fates, so Three Houses, I was like, it was almost like too much of a good thing, where I was like, there's too much to do, there's too many potential recruits and teams and things, and I felt like a choice paralysis. It was too much for me. I was like, there's too many things for me to do in this game. I don't think I could replay it. So I don't know if Fortune's Weave is gonna be just as long, because my god, it took me forever to finish Blue Lions. I think I saw Adult Soltis. Who knows? Bleshinatsu for all the characters should be designing. Yeah, I like her art style. I do like all the character designs in Three Houses. You had to do it for, like, you know, pre-time skip and after time skip designs for them as well. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out for sure. But in the meantime, I'm actually gonna call it a little early today. Glad to have been able to get through the demo game here to play. Yeah, I want to thank Not a Cat Studio again for letting me be able to play the early access demo for this game here. We'll be keeping an eye out for sure on some future developments. And yeah, it was great chatting with you guys as usual. We can all agree there's always so many games that come out, never enough time. The eternal struggle of playing games. It also just made me think it's either sequel or prequel. Yeah, I think that people mentioned that too the first time they saw the trailer. Don't forget Deuce's mission. I think his event ends tonight. Oh crap. I don't think I'll be able to make it. I'm way too late to the party. I'm gonna take a look. I gotta log into my game now. That reminds me. Gotta log into Twist. So okay, I will do that. I'll log off and so I can log into Twist and like do the stuff. Oops. Making a mess here. Okay, well, thank you guys for joining me tonight on this playthrough. Thank you, Medic and Emerald. I won't have a stream on Thursday. It's like a bunch of summer plans are happening. So one stream this week and probably one stream next week. I haven't decided yet what I'll be doing. I'm about getting 61 to get progress done. Yeah, I just have to embrace the fact I'll never finish most of the games I started. But yeah, good luck in all the gacha rolls if you're still pulling for Deuce or any other banners. And until next time, have a good night, everyone. I will probably catch you all next week. So take care, and until then, let's go, Amio. Clocking out for the night. Bye bye.